popular projects you can do on your Cricut is to make custom stickers using the print and cut feature, and my kids love them. I'm going to show you how to make these adorable Color Me Kawaii stickers. But these same techniques can be applied to many different types of stickers as well. Let's get started.
Please subscribe and ring the bell.
Today I'm going to be showing you how to make Color Me Kawaii stickers just using a simple font from dafont.com. So when I went on there and downloaded these fonts, there's actually 2 of them, and I will go over that in just a moment. So the first thing I do to see which images that I want, I go to the text button and I end up just going through the whole alphabet. And then I actually will duplicate this because there's 2 fonts, 2 different ones. So then the first one I'm going to click on and I'm going to go to Font, System. Okay, so the first one is Kawaii Food Font. So I'm going to click on that one. And then the second one is Kawaii Food II. And they're all very, very cute. And I don't think there's any duplicates for the top and the bottom ones. So the first thing that I ended up doing was making it just a slightly bigger and going through. Then what I want to do is decide which ones I really like and which ones I didn't. And so for this case, I'm just going to show you the first few for both of them. But you can definitely keep all of them how you want. So with a print and cut, it's a little bit different than just cutting. So what we're going to need to do in the cases of these is we're going to need to make a background for it, so it just prints the outline of this, not trying to print every tiny detail. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Operation and I'm going to go to Print and Cut Standard. And then I'm going to do the same thing for the bottom ones. Okay, so this one I'm going to ungroup for both of them. And then the other thing to help make this a little easier as far as knowing how big of an area that we can do and get the most out of your sticker sheet is I am going to make a sheet of paper, a big rectangle. And it is 6.75 by, I think it's 9.25. And it would be a lot faster if I just typed it in up here. That is another shortcut. So I'm going to just do that one for right now. And say send to back. Okay. So the first one we're going to do is this little poop emoji kawaii shape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take a shape. I'm going to put it over the top of it. You need to highlight both of them and hit slice. And then I move the sliced image over, and then I need to click on that one and hit contour. And majority of these work this way for these kawaii ones, so I say hide all contours, and then I click on this one and then that one. And that tends to be the perfect outline of this. Okay, so now I'm going to change it to white. Oh, sorry. Get rid of the multiples. When you slice it, it gives you extras. So get rid of one of the multiples. I'm going to click on this one and make it white. It's very difficult to see when it is white, but when I drag it on the sheet, you'll see it's better. And then once you have it lined up, make sure you group those together so you're not trying to rearrange them again. Okay, so there's the first one. Same thing for this one. Just going to take a circle. I'm going to highlight it, slice, move that one out of the way, erase the extra, highlight this one, click on contour, hide all contours, click on that one, and just keep this one. Most of the time this works perfectly. It took me a little while to do some trial and error with that. I'm going to make this white. I'm going to line it up, highlight, and group. And there's the next one. So you really, it definitely is a process. It does take some time, but it's worth it in the end. And these are super fun for the kids. My daughter just got invited to do the sticker club, and instead of buying stickers, I thought, wow, this would be really fun. And pretty much most kids like kawaii nowadays. We made a bunch of these. So I taught my daughter how to do all this, and she is 8, and she was able to get the hang of it pretty quickly. And so she helped me out, and we got a bunch of sheets of stickers made for her friends for the sticker club. And we had a couple extras, and so we went ahead and just let the girls play with them and color them themselves, and they had a blast doing that. I do want to show you with this one. Let me show you. So after we go ahead and slice through this one, this is an exception of one that you're going to need to make a little bit of an adjustment to. Okay, so I'm going to erase this one. So this one, still go ahead and do everything that you would. So hide all contours, click on this one and hide that one, and then you see all these little lines here. That's not going to work well when we try to cut that, because it's going to just slice all these little lines. So what I'm going to show you the best way, and it did a great job cutting these, is, actually I'm going to move this out of the way, we're going to do another circle, and I'm going to unlock the sizing tool here, and I'm going to make it a long oval to cover these circles here, or these little lines that I have here. And you want to get them as close as possible to fitting. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to highlight them both and weld them together. And now when I bring this here, now when we go to print, or when it goes to cut this, it's going to print around those little lines. It will print the little lines from your printer, but then it will just cut a smooth circle around and then the outline around that. So that's how I was able to fix these. The cherries, actually, I was a little concerned that they might be a little bit too skinny here, but they actually cut just fine. Because I was going to make basically a shape to connect those, but I'm like, let's just see what happens, and it actually cut it just fine. I was worried it was going to be really, really flimsy here, and when you try to peel the sticker off that it would tear it, but it actually held up really well. Okay, make that white. Send to back. Group them and move them over. And now you kind of get the idea, and once you fill up your sheet, then you're ready to print. And I will show you that next step once you get them all situated on your sheet. So you definitely don't want to print the rectangle. That's just for guiding yourself to be able to do the stickers and get the most out of it. So I'm going to just go ahead and hide here. And what you're going to want to do is highlight everything here, and then you're going to want to hit flatten, and that is going to make sure that those are going to be for the print and cut. Okay, when you go to print this, you're going to see that this is what comes up, and basically this rectangle and this dark line is supposed to be there. That is the guiding marks for the Cricut. It has a sensor, and that will allow it to know exactly how far in from these lines to cut around the images. So if you see that, don't be worried that this is something wrong. This is supposed to be there. If you do choose to print on normal sticker paper without a coating, and you do want to add something like contact paper over them, make sure that if you put contact paper on here, that you do not cover up these black lines, because that will throw off its ability to know exactly where these lines are to cut. If you're going to just do these as a color and sticker, obviously you don't want to do contact paper, but that's just for a general tip. So for this one, if I did sticker paper printable setting, it actually cut through all of them, and that's not what I wanted. So I went ahead and did washi setting on mine. And then the first thing you want to do here, it says send to printer. If you already printed them and you want to come back to it, then you can just click here and say, okay, I've already printed. And then it's going to look for your machine, and then it will prompt you for the setting. And again, washi setting was perfect. I did not adjust the pressure for the sticker paper that I have in the description below. It did not cut all the way through the stickers, and it just cut through just enough that you can peel off stickers like a normal sheet.
If you like my mommy's video, give her a thumbs up.